Thanks for joining us. A business in Sheffield says it has clocked up £6,000 worth of fines in the 4 months since the city's Clean Air Zone came into effect. Kai's Executive Travel run private hire minibuses in the city. The rules come from the government rather than local authorities, and certain vehicles which are classed as producing high emissions must pay to enter the zones. Mark Ansell has a story.
Well, this is one of about 6 of these vehicles that Kai's Travel has in Sheffield, and this company takes school trips and takes children to and from school. So they're supposed to be exempt from the Clean Air Zone charge, the 50 quid a day that vehicles like this would have to pay. But the company are still receiving those fines through the post and challenging them, which is taking a huge amount of time up. Let me introduce you to Kai, who runs the business. So Kai, you've got about 6.5 grand's worth of fines to deal with.
That's correct, yeah.
And you're challenging all of them.
Yeah.
How much time is that taking you to do that?
It's taking around about 6 hours per fine, which to me, the fines, I shouldn't be even getting the fines. The fines are educational trips, but because these fines, the schools are booking within the 5 days, that the time limit that the council are now allowing, I'm just struggling because I can't book it in, and obviously the customers can't obviously get the bus because the 5 days is up.
Yeah, because you've got 5 days to get the bookings done, and often, you know, a school will want to book these last minute because you know, one of their teams might have qualified for a cup final or something. Yeah,
that's right. Yeah, I mean, most of these trips, the school trips, the educational trips, they'll book on a Monday and they want to go on a Friday. But council don't let me book that in. So automatically, when you ring up to say, can I book it in a bit earlier, they don't. They just send you a fine. It's just automatically send you a fine.
And I know you do almost exclusively school trips now, but you used to do a lot more of those visits from stag do's and hen do's into the centre of Sheffield on a weekend, but you don't really do much of that anymore.
No, I've stopped really doing that now, because obviously when you speak to the customers and just say, look, you have to pay this £50 to go in, they probably will pay the £50, but then when you tell them after midnight it's another £50, they just basically say, no, we're not going to Sheffield now, can you recommend anywhere else we'll go? So I'm taking probably loads of customers elsewhere, Barnsley, Manchester, Rotherham. This year alone, I probably took 3,000 people elsewhere that could be spending money in Sheffield, which won't because of the Clean Air Zone.
OK, Kai, thank you very much indeed. We'll hear more about the problems that Kai's having and from 2 other businesses in Sheffield and also Sheffield City Council on Look North at 6:30.
Yeah, just a quick one. In a statement, Sheffield City Council say that they care about businesses and want to see them thrive. They add that they pushed the government hard for the strongest financial support package and that they are pleased to have received more than 4,000 applications and have 150 deals already closed. More on that at 6:30, as Mark says.